enjoys a good breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Right. What's your favorite type of breakfast?
Waffles.
Okay.
Bacon and eggs.
Okay.
Bagels.
Okay.
Bagels.
And pancakes.
Pancakes?
Yeah, I love pancakes.
He loves pancakes.
What about you?
Pastrami.
Okay. That's
Bagel.
weird. Pastrami bagel. Okay. So obviously, if you know me, my favorite thing to eat in the morning is a great bagel. And bagels have been my favorite meal probably for about my whole life, and I enjoy them. I enjoyed it so much I got a job at a bagel shop, right? So today I'm going to show you guys and tell you guys and explain the process of how we, at my bagel shop, go from a dough ring like this to a bagel like this, and then to a full-blown sandwich, and I will be making a sandwich for you guys today, and out the door. So our first process, it starts with our baker that comes in at 4:30 in the morning. He comes in, he starts the oven is pre-started at 4 a.m. so it'll already be warmed up by the time he gets there. Then he grabs the bagels from the night before, or from a couple days. The maximum we can have them waiting in our freezer is about 2 days, so he grabs the oldest ones that we can possibly grab, and he throws them in our oven for a good 30-ish minutes. And while he's doing that, he starts grabbing these from our freezer, and he boils them. So that's the difference between our bagel shop versus any other bagel shop you'll go to in Nebraska, is that we still kettle boil our bagels, which means we have this big colander that's about this tall, fills up with water, and boils about 30 bagels in 15 or 20 minutes. And so after he does that, he'll take them piping hot, and he will, like, so this one, take for example, this one has Asiago cheese all around it, right? He would take one of these, he'd dip it in Asiago, and then he'd put it off to the side, and then he'd do that for about 50 bagels just for Asiago. And then, depending on how popular the bagel is, like our pumpernickel bagels, we make probably about 5 of those a day, because nobody uses them, or salt. So it just kind of depends on how many times the bagel is used throughout the day. And so after he's done cooking everything and baking, he gets about 200 bagels in this huge wall in front of the store, and he dumps them all into the corresponding bagel plate, like bagel name tag. So then while he's doing that, we have an opener who comes in about 5:30, 30 minutes before the store starts, and he opens up the coffee, he opens up the retail drinks that we have, the chips, the muffins, but what they also do is they cut for our bacon, for example, they take our pre-cooked bacon and they'll pepper it up, and they'll put it on put it in our heater for us for the day. And they also cut our vegetables, they weigh out our meats, and then they bake eggs, and like our eggs right here. And so they do all that, and then once the store starts is when they start making sandwiches. So I'm going to show you guys how it would go from a person coming into the store to them leaving with their sandwich. But I don't have gloves, I forgot to get those today, so you're just going to pretend like I have them on. So they'd come in, we take their order, we'd be like, hello, how's it going, yada yada, and we'd be like, and let's just say they want a sriracha honey sunrise, just throw them in a few days a day on an Asiago. We'd ring that up, we'd reach for the bagel on this wall, we'd grab it, we'd set it down on a cutting table, and then we would take it from the sharpest end, which is down here, and then you start trying to get in the middle, and you cut it off, down. So, we go egg, bacon, and then if I had cheese, boom, right? And also something else that we do, we have this oven that heats up to about 400 degrees. Here, it heats up to about 400 degrees, and it's called our Mary Chef. It's like a little, it's basically a mini oven. And we would set it in there. I don't have one of those, so I'll set this off to the side, and I'll tell you guys how we make our eggs. Our eggs are made it's pretty simple. It's made on a little griddle, 2 griddles. They have 2 rows of 3, so you can make 6 eggs, 12 at a time. You can go, and we use butter. We butter it up, so we don't use Pam, so it tastes a little bit different in my opinion. And then we use pepper and salt. We stir up the yolk so it doesn't get hard in the middle. And then we wait about 30 seconds, and that takes about a whole time for a bagel to get done. So then our bagel would come out, it would be piping hot. We would take it and we would, then this is where we put all the extra stuff on. Like if the customer wanted Chipotle mayo, if they wanted regular mayo, avocado, if they wanted our garlic aioli sauce, they would get this last because that stuff just cannot go through the, it would be bad. Cannot go through the oven. And if the customer would like our hash browns are really good, they would want one of them. We'd throw that in for right now. We'd have to about cook those for about 120 seconds so they can cook all the way through because they just do not cook well. And so boom, right? Sandwich is made. Now we would cut it in half like this. And that's honestly, to be honest with you, that's probably the most difficult part is being able to cut it in half while it's hot and not have the whole egg and cheese just slide off. Because a lot of times people push down and think it's hard, but you really just try to go smooth and let the knife do its work. So then after we do it like this, we would get a paper like this, and then we would set it down, and put the bagel in it, and we would wrap the bagel up like a present, where the bottom goes up first, and then the top comes down, wrap it tight, and then you pinch the two sides, twist it underneath, then you would grab yourself a bag, hand it off to the person, put a napkin in, say their name, and then the bagel would be off. So that was the process of how our bagel shop at Brugger's Bagels, how we go from this to a full-blown sandwich people can eat. I think that it's kind of cool just thinking about how shops and how many fast food stores like that, how like they cook their main food, and I always wondered that. So hopefully, maybe you guys will next time you walk past a little hole in the wall store, a little food place that you sit there and kind of wonder. I wonder how they make their most popular item, you know? And thank you.